Now, both of the big two software-based tax preparation have been cited by the feds for various bait-and-switch practices. I told you last month about the complaints about or allegations about TurboTax. Now I can add in H&R Block. Federal Trade Commission says that H&R Block is offering people tax prep at this price with software, and then you get into it and you start filling out different forms and say, oops, you don't qualify for that now, so you got to pay us more for tax prep. And if you bail, they wipe your data off, and it's like all the time you spent doing, again, these are allegations of the feds, all the data you've entered suddenly vanishes, and you have to start from scratch doing your tax return when you refuse paying more for prep. So it brings me back for anyone who's not done, if you've not done your federal returns, and if you have a state return in your state, you haven't done them yet, I want you to know that most taxpayers qualify under the IRS free file program for just what that says, free filing of federal taxes. And depending on the participating tax software you use, you may also get free preparation and filing for your state tax return. So you pay your tax, but you don't have to pay to prepare your tax returns and submit them. And to see what's available, just go to irs.gov and you'll see the logo for Free File. You click on it, and all the participating players offer, if you meet the income qualifications, again, which roughly 2/3 of taxpayers do, you're able to do your returns and file your federal lease for free. And then you'll see options that if you do live, unfortunately, in a state with a state income tax, you'll see the ones that also allow you to do your state income tax return for nothing. And as I shared back, I guess in January, there are a handful of states, including the nation's most populous generally, that now offer the IRS direct file program, where you can prepare and file your federal taxes directly with the feds without using a third-party intermediary for free. At this point, as best I know, we were the only developed country in the world that didn't offer a direct file program. It is something a lot of people don't trust because people don't trust the IRS and don't trust government in the U.S. If that's you, then use instead the Free File program, where you're using third-party, private company tax prep and filing that is, in fact, again, for about 2/3 of taxpayers, free. As far as tax software, though, if your situation is complicated, you own your own business, you do a lot of side things, you have a complicated family situation, anything like that, you went through a marriage recently, you went through a divorce recently, if you have more income than the average bear, if you're in six figures income-wise, you probably want a human involved in doing your taxes, either an enrolled agent, that's someone who is a tax professional who is registered with the IRS, or you want to use a CPA who does tax, especially people who own their own company. You likely want to use a CPA who does tax. The effort you think you're saving by using tax prep software is not worth it because of the various credits, deductions, exemptions, and whatever you may be entitled to, particularly as a business owner. You very well will likely miss them using tax prep software instead of a trained professional.